You don't have to get to 100% of your financial freedom goal to really be there. What if you could live indefinitely into the future, financially speaking? And it's not quick. It's a decade, it's 2 decades, it's 3 decades to get big. But if you start today, man. What is up, everybody?
Hello, hello.
The point of the series we're leading you on is how to get a plan together for financial freedom. We got our 8 steps. And again, this is as simple as possible. And we're gonna build on this and talk through this over the next few weeks. We build assisted living mansions around the country, and we have our own here in Central Texas. We own and we operate them, and we team up with people to build mansions for grandmas and grandpas at end of life. We focus on memory care, end of life care. And again, if you wanna learn more about this, you can come and check out our website, assistedlivingmansion.com. So the first part is getting your budget together, right? It's almost like a 4-letter word, right? Budget here, right? So I hate it, I don't wanna do it, everyone's gotta do it. It's the hard part here, right? We're really gonna start with the defensive side, getting your budget together, and then step 2, decreasing your expenses with a goal of 20%. So that's defensive side. Then we're gonna hit the offensive side, which is increasing our income, our side hustle, getting a raise, doing whatever we gotta do, working up by increasing our income to a goal of 20%. Then fourth is paying off debt, especially bad debts. We'll talk about good debts versus bad debts, getting rid of bad debts. And then step 5, saving to a sacred account. That's my special word for a special account that is not for you. It is actually for your future self, your money in 30 years. Then next, after that, diving into learning an asset. There are so many different things that you could learn. We dove into real estate, and it was not the first thing. We learned 5 or 6 different niches in real estate till we figured out here's what we love. And we did that, and we only did that for 10 years and then decided we were ready to move something else. So lots of different things. It's actually really fun to see what you can get interested in. And then 7, buying an asset, something that will make you more money. As you have that asset, you don't spend that money, you compound that money and you repeat. You get that snowball going. You don't have to get to 100% of your financial freedom goal to really be there. Once you have like 33, 50%, right? Let's just say your number is $10,000 a month. Once you start getting 3-4 grand a month coming in passive income, whoo, man, the pressure, the financial stress, all of that stuff, it literally starts falling away. You literally sleep better at night. The relationship with the spouse, there's less arguments, all of those kind of things. Man, it is not something that's like, oh, I got to grind for 10 years. You're going to put in the time, right? It's probably realistically a 5 to 10 year play to get this, but it gets really exciting after the first probably 3 or 4 years. First 3 or 4 years is a grind.
First 3 or 4 years really suck, especially when you see that word budget. Because man, that was a really hard thing for us. I mean, we used a certain app, and we would literally place every dollar that we spent had a place. And like, man, when we first were going through the stuff we were spending on, and then it's hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna come on here and tell you it's easy, but you know, we did it, and I wouldn't have done any different. So yeah, we're a live testimony of what can actually take place if you do those hard things in your life.
Wealth is a person's ability to survive so many days forward. Or if I stopped working today, how long could I survive? And if you quit today, you stopped working, you stopped your business, you quit your job, how many days forward could you live for, financially speaking? How many days could you live until you ran out of money? And perhaps you can make it to the end of the month. You have enough for your groceries and pay utilities and pay for gas and all that kind of stuff. What happens on the 1st? Can you make your mortgage payment, your rent payment? Can you pay the cell phone bill if you didn't work anymore? And if you did, right? Let's say the 1st of February comes, you make all your bills. How many more months or days could you live for? The point that I'm trying to make is, what if you could live indefinitely into the future, financially speaking? What if you could afford to keep your lifestyle the same and just keep spending the same amount of money, but you had all of your time freedom? Because let's just say your income, you made all of that slowly and surely passive, right? You slowly replaced your active income with your passive income, and that snowball it goes, and then honestly, it starts a little slow and it starts a little discouraging and it's a little embarrassing, and then it gets medium, and then it gets big, and it's not quick. It's a decade, it's 2 decades, it's 3 decades to get big. But if you start today, man, that's why you gotta do it. If you can teach your kids to start now, right? Even with lemonade money or Christmas money or whatever, right? Put that in, let that compound, let that get 12% a year. Man, time is the most important thing. So start today on this, but what does it look like for you, and what is your number, right? What is your financial freedom number? Laura and I, we had a number. Our initial one when we hit financial freedom was $10,000. If we can have $10,000 a month coming in passively, and for us in our story, it was that 12 or so doors. When those 12 or so doors would pay us rent, and we paid the mortgage and the taxes, insurance, and all that kind of stuff, there was $10,000 plus left over. And then we celebrated, and we looked at each other and said, okay, now we're choosing to live on our own terms. We didn't really change much of our lifestyle, honestly. We kept doing what we do, but we love our businesses. What if you hated your job, right? What if your mom had dementia? What if your kid got sick? If you have that freedom of choice, you could do something different. You could keep working, but maybe you quit your job because you don't like your boss or you hate your industry, or maybe you've had this dream passion that you've always wanted to pursue. It gives you the freedom not to be a bum, a freedom to live your real calling with a safety net, right? Like, go all out, invest in yourself, start that business, start the side, whatever it is, right? Like, if you failed, there's a safety net there, right? Like, or if you had to take care of your parents, if you had to, I mean, honestly, we see dementia and how long that takes, right? It might be 2 or 3 years of every day taking care of mom or dad as they're going through that horrible, hard time of end of life. And man, what if you were able to do that? Because the alternative is, we run memory cares, it's $10,000 a month, right? Like, what if you were able to step in and take care of your parents like that? But this is not about money. I want you to hear my message on that. This is not about money. This is about freedom of choice. This is about the ability to do what you love, to do what you're passionate about, or to take care of the people that you love or that you're passionate about. And that is worth it. That was worth it for us for 7 hard, grinding years of sacrifice and not spending any money and continuing to hustle and work weekends and not go on vacations when all of our friends went on vacations and not go out to do all the restaurants when they were, and all the things that you have to get on the same page with your spouse for and sacrifice for. Well, if you're hearing all these things about mansions and you don't know, that is our primary job, right? We build assisted living mansions around the country, and we have our own here in Central Texas. We own and we operate them, and we team up with people to build mansions for grandmas and grandpas at end of life. We focus on memory care, end of life care. And again, if you want to learn more about this, so you can come and check out our website, assistedlivingmansion.com. You can follow us on social. Hit the podcast, Assisted Living Investing. We're on all the podcast app. You can go on our Instagram, Assisted Living Mansion, and on Facebook and all the normal places.